Okay. All right. Hi, guys. Welcome to the group Zoom call, 28th of April in the US. Let me just mute my PC. There we go. I get this feedback. Still trying to figure this damn software out. Can you believe it, eh? Somebody that's so advanced with coding and programming, I can't even figure out the stupid vMix software and, get it right properly all the time. Anyway, let's have a look. Oh, and how's that? We just had a disconnection from the VPS. So give me 1 second while I fix that up. Okay. Hope you've all had a good weekend. I'm just going to get this thing back up and running again. That's a very odd one. Exactly at the top of the hour, the VPS dropped out. Very odd. Anyway, give that a moment. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so while that's busy trying to fix itself up, we will look at our results for the last week. I guess we can start there, seeing that we haven't got any feed to the VPS at this very moment. Very odd. Okay, anyway. So last week was one of our first recorded game planned losing weeks we've had for quite a while. So as you know, for the last many weeks, we've been running the game plan, and we're running strategies on that game plan. Now, I know individual strategies may have had losing weeks, but overall, with the strategies that we've been running, we've had very consistent, profitable weeks. So this last week, obviously, there was a major market shakeup that happened. And, a lot of the signals, especially the first signals that came with the strategy, actually hit their stop. So if I bring this up on my screen here, it should be on there. Let me just get the right desktop showing here. 3. That was fucking weird, eh? That shit did what happened, and all of a sudden, okay, so that should be there. Okay, perfect. So what I've been sharing in the group with the results is, this is what we kind of had during the week. We had a signal happen, and like the first signal of the day, and then all those contracts filled up, and then they won't hit their stops. So we've been working on the baseline wick trader strategy, which is one of the strategies that has can enter up to 10 contracts at once. So for a lot of the guys, that was maybe a bit too much to enter on their trading accounts, especially if they've got limited drawdown type of situations. Let me just deactivate this camera so I don't have to keep looking up at it. So, but I started the week off pretty well. So if I go back to the beginning of the week, let me just see where that is. Okay, so that was the previous week, where I actually ended up on quite a high. And then we actually started off with some good results on my side. And then we had, if the strategies actually drop. So we'll look at that in a moment, and we'll look at what I've done this week to actually make a big difference for you guys. So just give me a second. I'm going to bring up this VPS again. Hopefully I can get it up. Come on, why is it not connecting? Okay, no problem. And we've also got some nice templates that have been shared in the baseline wick trader. So thanks, Christopher, for sharing those templates earlier. So if you guys decide not to run the baseline wick trader template that I created, you can definitely use the ones that are in the baseline wick trader chat. So there are some really good ones in there. I see for MNQ. I really like this one for MNQ. So, it's showing a very high net profit, a nice consistent rise over there over the days that it is there with a fairly low drawdown. So, that's probably a very nice one to run for the week ahead. We've also got an NQ one over there, which is obviously chasing a much higher target. A nice rise there. So, I see what they're doing over here. They're going to be using like trade copier ones where they're going to be running, on some accounts and then copying to micros. So that's also something that, can actually happen. So awesome there. Medina Wick Trader, we had some nice, while that's happening, let me just bring up my chart. I was trading this earlier. So this is the signal chart combo that that I've got on my the signal chart to show me the money. So I just entered one trade. This is the first trade that I've entered for the day, and I don't normally do much scalping. I'm happy just to let the automated strategies take their their trades, and then I'll post my results in the in the group results all. But, I saw this morning and, I thought while I was waiting, just enter this. So it was very clear what happened here today. We had the market open, touch the Fibonacci level, the 61.8, come down, break below this 38.2 and the 76.4, which is basically a combined Fibonacci level. It's like a bit of a cluster there. Break below a little bit. We had some gold bars. And then we had the price come up, break above that Fibonacci level. And then most importantly, it actually broke above that 61.8. So as soon as it broke above that 61.8, I basically entered the market. And I actually put there's my VPS. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what's going on here. This thing is so weird. Anyway, so if you guys rewind this video and you watch it from the beginning of the session, you'll see I actually put a marker there where I entered my position. And that's just because, when I see something like this happen and I see there's no resistance, not much resistance after this Fibonacci level had been broken, then the price is going to run up. So that was a nice little return for me today. I made $1,400 just like that. So, that is the power you have with these signal charts, is they are so goddamn clear to read, and even if you're looking at the complementary indicator combo that I've provided. So, there's many people who are going to watch this that I'm never ever going to work with. Okay. The reality is I'm not going to be working with thousands of people, thousands of individuals, thousands of people. I'm not going to be working with a lot of people. I'm going to be working with a select few people, and the rest I'm giving an amazing opportunity to be able to run 2 indicators complementary to be able to enter manual trading. So what you're looking at here is exactly what is given away complementary. So it is out of this freaking world. Even the signals on here. This is a 10 range chart. Now show me any other indicator or any other tool that can work on such a fine-tuned or such a small bar size and actually produce these signals. So that's what we've been getting over here. We've got breakout markers left behind, price coming and retesting, breaking above, and then shooting up. So even for the complementary guys, you've got absolutely amazing tools to be able to enter the market without even paying a cent for the software. So for those who haven't taken advantage of that, you're just missing out. That's pure and simple. You're just missing out. But obviously for the DTB subscribers, you've got an additional level of tools where you've got your Fibonacci levels. You've got, a lot of other markers that are a bit more advanced. They've got a bit more in them that are giving you really clear entries. So, I always tell guys, if you just spend 60 minutes to 90 minutes a day, you can easily get positions. You can easily put down positions and take something out the market. You don't have to be there for hours and hours and hours. You can just enter 1 or 2 trades, time them well, look for those important levels that are broken, like the Fibonacci levels. These are probably, I think I mentioned this on the last call, and I probably went on a bit too much about it, but the Fibonacci levels are fundamental for trading, and anybody who's not using them is seriously missing the plot. So that's that. So that's the nice thing about that. Okay. Where was I? Okay. So back to the results. We've had some templates shared, so thank you for that. Medina Week Trader, I haven't done any work personally on that, so thank you, Bruce, for running that. I know you were just doing a little bit of, I don't know what this was. Just obviously there weren't many trades being opened. The template that I created was, it wasn't meant to enter a lot of trades, but it probably could still be opened up a little bit. Apart from that, we've definitely got some really good things to work with. So for the members, definitely work with the templates provided, and we'll look at the game plan in a moment, because that is going to be key for some of you guys for the week ahead. You're also going to notice I've put some notes inside the game plan chat. So what I've done compared to previous weeks is I have optimized a much larger period of time. Okay, so instead of optimizing the last 4 to 5 to 6 weeks, I've actually gone and optimized the data from the 14th of January. And I've also decreased the trade size. So instead of using the first, second, third, and fourth entry, I've only used the first 2. And I've also changed the trade size for that. So we'll look quickly at what that game plan looks like. So just click on that link and I'll bring up this game plan on here. Okay, so this is what your game plan for the week looks like. And you're going to see those are the templates. So when you run the script, you're going to see these templates are going to be in your in the assembly. It's basically going to be in NinjaTrader. So run those templates and then you can load up the chart. So you're going to notice a bit more text over here. So it's a good idea just to read the text, what it says over here about, about the strategy. So it's still saying load the strategy. You can load a custom range of 14th of January to today. Okay, so if you want to do that, you can. And what that will do, I'll just open up that workspace. Actually, that's a good idea. So I'm going to go to the workspace. So the workspace you can load immediately is the game plan trading week ahead. Okay, so bring that up. And what you can do is you can load up a chart with these dates. But after you've done that, because remember that's quite a lot of data that you're going to have on your chart. So after you've done that and you've confirmed that the results are matching historically, then you can load up. You can change the data series just to show 14th of April up until today. So that is what we've basically done over here. Now, this is on my sim account, which I'm going to change later to my live account for the session ahead. But I'm just going to expand this momentarily and you'll see what I've done over here. So with this one over here, I initially loaded obviously the full range of dates, but then what I've done is I've gone and adjusted this to only show the 14th of April to today. And that there, if you scroll down, you look at the historical results. So these are obviously the historical results for weekly performance for these settings over the following weeks. And then what I've done is I've also put a screenshot below this one. Let me just bring it down. Below this one, just for the last 2 weeks, which is 15th of April to 26th April. So if you had to bring up the RTY chart, which is that one over here, and you had to go strategy performance, real-time and historical, what this is going to show you is this is going to show you the latest or the latest amount date. Now, as you can see, it's not as great as if you've optimized the 15th to the 26th, but that is because what this is doing is it's just showing you the latest 2 weeks of data on this chart of the last 8 or 9 or 10 weeks that are in this optimization. So to make it simple, we'll just run through one together and load up one of these. So many of you guys are trading the micros still, and I'm going to just load that up. So I'm going to scroll down to the second template on this list when this thing catches up to me. So I'm just going to scroll down on the game plan and find template number 6, which is for the MNQ. So pay attention to the guys who are going to be running the MNQ for the week ahead. Okay. So there is your MNQ chart information on the game plan. So what you'll do is you'll bring up your MNQ chart, and we'll go from the start just to make it very simple. Okay. Oh, God damn it. We'll go from the start on this. Okay, so I'm going to just go into this. I'm going to just pretend you've opened up the workspace and there's no strategy loaded. So that's basically what it's going to look like when you open up the workspace. And you're going to notice on there you can load the custom date range. So I'm going to go to the custom date range. I'm going to go 14th of January up until today. Okay, so 14th of January up until today, and this is to bring up the template for the one that's on the work, on the game plan. So get that to load its data. So obviously you've run your script, you've cleared out all the excess data, you've refreshed everything. So it might take a while just to load this data initially. And for those who don't want to go and load all the historical data and you're just happy to load, the last 2 weeks of data, you can certainly do that also. But I'm just going to do it, according to what it says on the game plan over here. Because it says over here, load custom date range 14th of January to today. But if you only need to load you only need to load dates 14th of April to today to see the latest performance and see that it matches the screenshot below. So that is what you can do. I'm just going to let this run though. Again, it's not 100% necessary to load up all the data. I mean, we're going to get to situations where we're going to be loading, a lot of historical data, doing much longer term optimizations, but you don't need to have all that data loaded on your chart. The last 2 weeks is, more than sufficient to match up historic data. Let's just give that a sec and give it a bit more time to load up. And it will take a while because it is trying to load up, quite a few weeks of data. And we are using tick charts, which is a 50-30. So, I mean, it might not be suitable for everybody to do this specific step, which is why I did provide that, that option over there to change or to only load up from the 14th of April. I just wanted to do this once though, just to show you what it looks like. So give that a second. While that's going, let's have a look at our signal chart to see what that's looking like. Okay, magic. So there was my profit target. Pretty awesome. And look, the price has reversed. So so that was a good one. If I just left it, I would have been break even at the moment. So look at the absolutely incredible signals that this is given. So even over here, we had a breakout marker left behind. We had the tomato color and the maroon colored bars telling us that there's a very high likelihood of a price reversal. How does this look on the hang on. How does this look on the other chart? The complementary one. Well, we can look at that in a moment. But this is what you guys have. You guys have this pinpoint accuracy of determining when prices are likely to reverse. And that gave it to you on a silver platter there. I mean, actually a red platter and a white platter in your hands. Okay, and that arrow was also brilliant. So remember, this arrow also forms at the close of this bar. So very often you're going to be able to act on, the arrow reversals, but watch out what those breakout markers are doing. Okay, has this data loaded yet? No, it's still loading. Okay, so we'll just give that a little bit more time. If it doesn't happen in the next 1 minute, then I'm going to just switch over to the smaller size chart. I don't know why it's taking this long, because I've got a VPS with a gigabyte upload and a gigabyte download. So this is purely, obviously, NinjaTrader just stalling over here. It's not the data itself. It's the platform that is just not able to process this data at a decent speed. I mean, it's a bit ridiculous, actually. I've done this before, and it's a lot quicker. Okay, so let's just move on from there, because that's a waste of time. Okay, so that's why I put there, so you don't have to go and load. So if your computer's slow, or if your platform is slow for whatever reason, you can still go and load up the dates on there that are different. So you can go over here to your data series, and you can go click on the date over there. You can select today, click on the date again, and then go 14. So that's only going to load 2 weeks of data on your chart. Apply and OK. So that should only be 2 weeks of data. I'm just going to reload this. So interesting enough, on our signal chart, the price has come back to this 61.8 Fibonacci level. So as you see, it broke through, reversed, came back, and it looks like it's just going to bounce off it again, even if it's just for one bar. I mean, a lot of people, you're happy with 20 ticks. I mean, each of these bars is 20 ticks. If you got a 5 or 10 contract order on that Fibonacci level after the price has come and bounced, has come and touched it, and you just target 20 ticks, you've actually got a high probability of hitting that. Okay. I have no idea why this is so slow. I have no idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to my control center, and I'm going to drop I'm going to kill the connection. Okay. And then I'm going to come back over here and reconnect to that. Okay, and then I'm going to go back into the data series over here. And click on OK with that, and then reload that data. So it's only 2 weeks of data, so it should be a lot quicker. Again, I wasn't experiencing this issue last night while I was preparing this game plan. I loaded the data and it just loaded up pretty quickly. So obviously there's some issue this morning inside this platform. So once that's loaded, it looks like we're going to just be delayed with this crap. So I'm going to just skip past this. So once that's loaded, you can basically look at your results on the screenshot over here. So this specific screenshot over here is going to be obviously the weekly performance, which is all over there. But the one after that is going to be the 14th of April to today. So that's only the last 2 weeks of data. So you can see it's not a strategy that's entering a lot of positions, and it's only entering on the first signal. So what I might do, This is bullshit. I'm sorry. That is total bullshit. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the strategy analyzer, because that way we're able to see the actual results of this. So if I go to template, okay, I did click on it, template and load. And we'll switch to that MNQ one, because that's the one we were looking at. It's amazing when you try to do this in real time, it goes and screws around, eh? It's unbelievable. Anyway, okay, so this is the one that we've got over here, the MNQ template number 6, and I just probably got a lag between my computer where I am at the moment and the New York server. Okay, so once this is loaded up, I'm going to scroll to the top. Okay, so this is where you're going to see the information, and I might just run a back test on this. So let's hope this doesn't cause a problem. So the back test on the specific settings that I've run. So I'm going to just run that on here, and that should bring up all of the values. It's running on NQ, so I've just got to change that to MNQ also. So when you load up unfortunately with NinjaTrader, when you load up a template, even though you created that template on the MNQ or NQ, whatever you created it on, you've got to manually go and select that every single time. So it doesn't actually save the instrument, which is a real pain in the ass. But it's just something you got to remember when you are loading templates, is actually go and select the template from the instrument list. So we'll just let this finish, and then I have to select MNQ. Okay, so what is... Okay, so that is definitely... I'm just seeing a major delay on my video, so I wonder if everything's working fine. I think it is. Okay. Wow, this is not fun, eh? And you can't even stop it, you know, once it's actually in process. Okay, so going back to our signal chart while we're waiting for that, you see how the price touched that Fibonacci level, the 61.8, and then came back up. So there is a good 20 tick, you know, a scalping trade for anybody who wanted to take that. You know, as you can see, it happens. Price breaking through a strong Fibonacci level, coming back, retesting it, bouncing off. I mean, that it happens so often. This is like waiting for Kingdom Come, right? So the only thing I'm going to try to do is reload it again, which is so freaking weird, while it's trying to run. And that didn't actually do anything. apart from just restarting NinjaTrader completely, which I might actually just do that just to see if we can get this done without any more hesitation. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to shut down NinjaTrader. Okay, close, yes to all. All right, I'm just doing it in the back end over here. Okay, so let's see if this thing plays nicely now. Okay, so I just restarted NinjaTrader, and I'm just going to go back to this template, and I'm going to go load MNQ, which is this one over here. So you wouldn't see this old one here. You'll see only the 14th of January up until today. That's going to load that again. You're going to go and select MNQ from the drop down, and you've got to go and select backtest over there. So this is just if you want to bring up the optimization that was done for this instrument. Let me just see. Any questions you want to ask, you can pop that in the group calls list over there. Don't fill it up with how NinjaTrader is frustrating the hell out of you, because that doesn't help anybody. Let's just see. All right. Okay, so that's busy running this back test. Let's hope that goes quick. So I spent quite a bit of time just going through these optimizations last night, my time, just going and checking what I can do to make it better for you guys, you know, especially with the smaller accounts. And I think this has done the trick. So this is it should be fairly consistent, you know, because it's got a much longer period of time where it's optimized the data. So I'm hoping that this is going to be just a nice little fairly consistent strategy for the MNQ, you know, that can just idle over really. I mean, this is, yeah, I'm sorry I'm bitching so much, but this is ridiculous how you can run a simple back test and it's takes so long. It's not right. I might have to restart my whole server. That could also be the other thing. Could be Microsoft that's impacting something. But if we look at the settings, because you can kind of see the settings here that are grayed out, but you'll see what I've done is I've unticked the boxes for the take third entry and the take fourth entry. So that is, you know, this strategy can enter up to 4 different positions at once. And each position has its own target ticks and stop ticks, which you guys know. But then also, importantly, what we have over here is we have the trade size for those 4 entries. So you'll see there I've made the trade size for the first one and trade size for the second one, both as 1. So before we had 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, even though we got values in the 3 and 4 over there, because we haven't ticked the box to enter those trades, they're not actually going to be entering those positions. So you're only going to see, so if I go to the MNQ chart and I go to the strategy over here, let's just try to load it onto the chart directly. So baseline wick trader, template, load, and we're going to load that MNQ one. You'll see it's the same settings. So this is where you can see too, you'll see it's got the first trade is going to enter at 40 ticks, the second one's going to enter at 60, and then the third and fourth are not in use. So as soon as we activate this strategy, don't put it on Sim 101, just always have a separate account you've created for this. and there it's going to go. So you'll see on there, it's only going to show you the stop ticks and the target ticks for the 2 entries that you have. So if you got 4 entries in your entry list, you'll see 4 stop ticks and 4 target ticks. So this one's only got the 2 selected. So that is what that's going to do. So right clicking on this, because now remember we've got the data series in there as the 14th of April to the 28th of April. Here you can go to strategy performance, real time and historical. And then just always make sure you got your commission added, okay? So if you haven't got commission added, it's going to be a bit of an issue. But over there, you can see that analysis there, which, as I mentioned, isn't the absolute greatest for the last 2 weeks, but it's still, ticking over. That will match the screenshot on your game plan. So that's basically what I wanted to show you guys, and it just took a shit long time because for some reason, the strategy analyzer is still delaying. Goodness knows why. Yeah, still running. Very odd. Anyway, I have to restart the whole server. I think that's what I need to do on there. So that's all you need to do, guys. If you want to run the RTY, MNQ, and the NQ templates, they're all over here. So the NQ template, the same thing over there. You'll notice that it's only got historical performance of up to 30,000 with a 2.9 drawdown, entering only 2 positions. So you're going to notice that only 2 positions are going to be entering with the strategy. Apart from that, guys, I know somebody did mention during the week that the account target was not being respected. So I have to test that and run that in real time. So I'm going to be doing that today outside of these trading hours. So if by some chance I pick up something or I notice there's an error with the account targets, the strategies can all run and respect an account target instead of just only the strategy target. So I'm going to be doing that today throughout the day and running that in real time and testing that and making sure that works. And then if I do have a fix or if I have identified an issue with it, which I'm still not sure there is an issue, but if there is an identified issue, I will update that and let you guys know in the chat. Okay. So that is about it, guys. Thank you for jumping on the call. We'll go back to our signal chart just to end it off. Thanks for jumping on the call. I know it was a bit of a shitty call, actually. I don't know why I got to deal with such crap. I don't know why I've got to deal with crap like this, not responding, taking forever. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of back-end work on these things, so I'm probably overloading it a bit. So I hope you guys will not be having the same issue. Otherwise, you would have thrown it away a long time ago. Okay, so thanks, guys, for jumping on. And let's kick ass this week. We've spent some time doing some manual trading too. I mean, you've got really incredible signal charts that you can use to enter positions. Just do some scalping too. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. You've got really accurate tools to use. So I know a lot of previous tools you may have used in the past, might give you some hesitation for manual trading, but that's because, you've been dealing with a bunch of idiots with their stupid software, whereas this is another level. All right, guys, thank you and have a good one. Okay, cheers.